Miss Ashley Walker, the Casa Supervisor for Independence, Izard, and Fulton counties, is with us. We've had Ashley here before, and boy, she comes carrying all kinds of information. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Gary. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's always good to see you, and I know when you come that one thing that you have on your mind that's heavy is doing things for children.
Yes, definitely.
And we talk about CASA, C-A-S-A. First of all, tell me what that means and what a CASA volunteer is.
CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and those are volunteers who are trained citizens appointed by the juvenile court judge to represent the best interest of abused and neglected children who are in the foster care system. What training does this CASA volunteer have to have in order to do their work? We have a training program set up. It's approximately 30 hours. It includes classroom training. There's some videos involved, and then they also have a courtroom observation. They learn things about courtroom procedure. We talk about advocacy techniques for children, getting information from other agencies, and then once they're sworn in by the juvenile court judge, they are assigned a case, and they are required to have 12 hours of continuing education per year, which is very easy to get. We have a state conference in the fall every year, and we have some advocate meetings throughout the year, so it's very easy to keep up with their continuing education.
You know, most people, when they think of court, they say, well, I've been a juror, and they see it from that perspective. But I think once they get in the CASA program, they really start understanding the court and how it operates and how it really operates for the benefit of the children.
They do, and the juvenile court system is unlike any court they've probably ever been in before. Foster care cases are closed hearings by state law, so the only people in the courtroom are the parties that are involved, attorneys, DHS, and any CASA workers that may be present.
Right. So a CASA worker can investigate a case? How do they do that?
They do. They talk with the children, parents, family members. If they're school-age children, they talk to their teachers. They can get medical records. Sometimes we get reports from counselors if they're attending some counseling. Anybody that may have knowledge or background about the family, the child, their history, and we try to make an informed decision. We make recommendations to the judge. It's not our decision for what happens, but we're basically the judge's eyes and ears for the case, and we provide a court report to him at every hearing to help him make as informed a decision as possible.
How does that differ from being an attorney?
Well, we don't provide any legal representation. Obviously, that's the role of the attorney, but we do provide the information that we gather to the attorney ad litem, who's the attorney for the child or the children, and we also work very closely with DHS. We may learn some information that they may not have yet, so we share information between the caseworkers and the attorneys because we're all in it for one reason, and that's the best interest of the children.
Right. I didn't know you knew Latin, ad litem. Very good. Is there a typical CASA volunteer?
There is not. We have CASA volunteers from all walks of life. We have full-time professors at Lyon College that are volunteers for us. We have people who are retired who have worked for the Independence County Clerk's Office. We have retired teachers who are volunteers for us.
Who understand the need.
Yes, they do. So it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're retired, whether you work full-time, part-time, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home dad. It doesn't matter. We can use you as a volunteer.
What kind of caseload would you have?
Typically, our volunteers carry 1 to 2 cases at a time.
Not bad.
Occasionally, a volunteer will choose to have 3 cases, but we recommend no more than 2.
How many CASA programs are there out there?
In the country, there are over 950 programs, including programs in Washington, D.C. and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Right. And how effective have they been through the years here?
Our research shows that children who have been assigned a CASA spend less time in court and less time in foster care than those who do not have a CASA.
So, really, you have a mission statement which you really try to follow, don't you?
We do. We follow the mission statement of the National CASA Association, and that is to speak for the best interests of abused and neglected children in the courts. We promote and support quality volunteer representation for children to provide each child a safe, permanent, and nurturing home.
Well, that's great. Now, you really work within the 16th Judicial District of Arkansas, which encompasses 5 counties, Independence, Cleburne, Fulton, Izard, and Stone. And you are kind of the supervisor. Well, you are the supervisor for several of those counties. Speak to that.
Yes, I am the CASA supervisor for Fulton, Independence, and Izard counties.
Wow. So you got quite a distance to cover.
I do.
Yes, you do. Now, how many children in this district that we're talking about are in foster care?
In the 16th district, there are about 199 children in foster care right now.
Okay, we got 199 children. How many foster homes do we have?
92.
Whoa. So you need more foster homes, too.
We definitely need more foster homes. You know, we have several children that come into care that have to be placed outside our district counties because there simply aren't foster homes that can house them. Of
that 199 children, how many are in the Fulton, Independence, and Izard area that you're over?
141.
Which is the vast majority.
It is.
So we got 199 children in 92 foster homes. I hope our listeners would be thinking about that. Just generally, what does it take to be a foster home or parent?
They make an application to DHS. There are background checks and home studies that they have to go through. And then there's also a process. They have some classes they have to go through for their home to be certified. And
the cost that they would incur providing this foster home, is there reimbursement there?
There's no cost to them. The state will cover all the costs for training.
Oh, well, that's very neat. So you have a training session coming up?
We do. We have a training session for CASA advocates coming up for Independence County. That training session will be starting on September the 10th, which is a Monday, at the community room of the main branch of First Community Bank here in Batesville. If you've made an application already, that's great, but if you haven't and you're thinking about it, you can go ahead and contact me. You can come to the meeting.
See what it's all about?
We can give you some more information there. Yes.
And in fact, you've got another training session coming up in Fulton?
We do. We have not had any CASA volunteers in Fulton County in at least probably 4 years, and we are excited that we have some volunteers now. We have some applicants, and we'll be doing training sessions up there beginning in late September.
There's a website in there?
There is. Our website is www.casa16.net, and there's a link there to our application. Everything is online now. We also have a Facebook page, CASA of the 16th Judicial District, and there's a blue button on that page that says sign up. So if you want to be a volunteer and you're on Facebook, you can go there, click that. It'll take you directly to the application. So
that'd be more information. They could even contact you, I would think.
They can. They can contact me at 613-0173 or 262-8031.
Children being helped when it is most needed, I think. And so that is such a great program. CASA. And we've been speaking with the CASA supervisor for Independence, Izard, and Fulton counties, Ms. Ashley Walker. Ashley, it's always good to visit with you to get an update of how things are going. And we need more foster parents. Let's see what we can do with it, huh?
Thank you, Gary.